This video is going out against Rap the News. I have discovered a few things about him again, and no longer going to stand for it, although I've been watching him and I knew where he was going with it this whole time. This is a very important topic, ladies and gentlemen, about Gentiles. Yes, Gentiles. And I'm going to prove that he's wrong. With his own words, I'm going to prove that he's wrong with the Bible. His definition of Gentiles and the Bible's definition of Gentiles are completely different. I'm going to have you understand this before I continue on. All those who may try to consider what's being said when he says what he says. But at the same time that he's saying what he's saying and he's flipping through the pictures, watch the pictures that are on the screen as he's talking, and you discern for yourself. All right? Out of two different colors, white and black, he'll post one set of pictures, which is white for the Gentiles, and then one set of pictures for the blacks, which says they're supposed to rule the Gentiles and that the whites are the Gentiles. But I'm here to prove that Rap the News, you are wrong, once again. That the Gentiles are not the whites. And I got proof of that. So why don't you buckle up and get ready to go on this ride. Matter of fact, pack a lunch because I'm about to bring you back to the old school. You fucked around with the wrong one, son. And yes, I can use language like that. Do you know why? Because I have free will. That's why. Okay, let's minimize. Let's bring this up. Minimize a little bit more. Actually, we'll go back to 110%. Okay. I want to read this to you first before I play his video, but let me bring this down. Okay, let me bring this down. And then let me bring this up. All right. This says right here, this is all the proof I need, and I'm gonna break it down for Rap the News and all of his viewers and my viewers. Now, am I going to judge him? Absolutely not. I'm pointing out what God would want him to see and change. He's really good at what he does. I give him credit. But there are a few things that he's making mistakes on that he doesn't quite got it all. And that's what we're all here for. We're all here to help each other. And this racism thing is starting to play a role. And I could see it starting to get the best of them. So on that note, let me read what is on the screen here. It says, do not be confirmed to this world. Do you understand what that means? So let me break it down to you. Do not be confirmed to this world. Confirmed to this world. Do not stick or make yourself a piece of this place because it's not forever. Now, let's move on to the next piece. But be transformed by the renewal of your mind. So, now that you're waking up and you're understanding things, and things are being renewed to you, new information about our history that they lied to us about, and it just goes on and on. That piece is its own meaning, like literally. Like I could show you in 100 different ways, but there's not enough time for that. Now let me get down to playing with Mr. Rap the News. That by testing you may discern what is the will of God. So now by testing you will discern what is the will of God. So everything is the will of God, but testing it This is how you test it. What is good and acceptable and perfect? Okay, so you're going to test what is good, acceptable, or perfect. And that's how you're going to know if they're a piece of God. Now this I say and testify in the Lord, that you must no longer walk as the Gentiles do. Okay, Rap the News would take just that piece and run with it. And I'm explaining that to you, sir. That is not what you're supposed to do. Read the whole thing entirely. In the futility of their minds. See? Let me read that again for you. Now this I say and testify in the Lord, that you must no longer walk as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their minds. They are darkened in their understanding. So which means the reason why they're a Gentile is because they don't understand. And whoever doesn't understand is the Gentile. Whether they're white or black. He doesn't say white or black, dark or light. He doesn't tell you. You could take angels versus demons and say that's the whites versus blacks. And that the blacks are demons. But do I do that? No, because that's not what it is. That's not what it is. That's not the truth. Are they trying to play the whites against the blacks and make it look like angels and demons? Sure they are. Now let me continue. Now this I say and testify in the Lord, that you must no longer walk as the Gentiles do, in the fertility of their minds. They are darkened in their understanding, alienated from the life of God. You understand what that means? Which means these people don't know God. That's what Gentiles are. Gentiles are the people that don't know God and are darkened in their understanding. And of ignorance of the of the ignorance that is in them. So all this shit is what a Gentile is. Now, if you got a white guy that praises God and does no wrong at all, and you got a black guy that praises God and does no wrong at all, you can't say that either one of them are a Gentile because they have none of these qualities, right? So, due to their hardness of their heart, which means they won't accept God, they won't accept facts, what we're telling them. They have become callous. Now we should look that word up. And have given themselves up to sensuality, greedy, to practice every kind of impurity. But that is not the way you learned Christ. I learned Christ the way that the Ten Commandments teaches. And I pay attention to the Ten Commandments. That is most important. Now let's come over here. Rap the News' piece, okay? Let's bring him over here. And I'm going to play his video. I want you to hear him explain and show the pictures. Now, you can see by the pictures that he's showing of the white people and the black people as he's talking, who he's referring to as the Gentiles. He's referring to the white people as Gentiles. You can go into many of his other videos, and he says the white people are the beasts of the earth. He refers to the white people as the beasts in his image. And he's completely wrong. And I'm exposing him now. So any of you who have a heart to love and to know, because God said you would know him in thine heart, and ears to hear, and eyes to see, let him do so as we press that play.
A lot of you guys have been under the curse of seeing that you may not see, and hearing that you may not hear. A lot of you guys have been under the curse of cherubim. But I'm here to help you straighten it all out. I'm here to bring clarity to it all. And so a lot of people was acting like they was confused about the mark of the beast. They're not confused, it's that they don't want to believe. And so I'm going to thoroughly go through it so that you can understand it today.
Sorry if the video pauses.
So
I'm playing the sound in the background, so that way you know.
1:25. And God made the beast of the field after his kind. That is an actual man. Without.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to start this over. Because what happens is it gets all screwed up. See, they don't want this being played, and I just put it next to the TV. So let me replay this so you can hear what he says and the pictures that he shows.
A lot of you guys have been under the curse of seeing that you may not see and hearing that you may not hear. A lot of you guys have been under the curse of the parable. But I'm here to help you straighten it all out. I'm here to bring clarity to it all. And so a lot of people was acting like they was confused about the mark of the beast.
Here we go again.
They're not confused, it's that they don't want to.
Just go to that video and listen to it.
So
but I'll play
I'm going to thoroughly go through it so that you can understand it today. And so we're going to start out with Genesis 1:25. And God made the beasts of the field after his kind. That is an actual man.
See how they're white people? White people.
Spirit.
The Gentiles he's referring to.
Gentile. And then he puts, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after their kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image. So the devil put the God in his image, which is the beast, which is the Gentile.
There we go.
So
you see, this thing is running all over the place.
I'm going to explain everything that I'm talking about. Bear with me and have patience.
This is what he's talking about right here.
If you don't have any patience, come back when you do.
He's talking about the Gentile in his image, which is that white
God
Jesus.
said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. I mean, in the spirit. God is the spirit, so he must be worshipped in the spirit.
So this is their
and
likeness,
him have dominion,
which is
over
him.
the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. That is the Gentile as well.
The white man.
So the beast is a jinn.
But hold on.
G-E-N.
I gotta stop you there, Rap. I gotta stop you there, Rap.
And the beast of the
I gotta
field
stop
is
you, bro.
Gentile.
I gotta stop you. What he was referring to, you should already know. Because from what I understand in history, the white man, not me, I don't believe in it, but the white man enslaved the black man, and pretty much the country enslaved all the other countries, because they don't really make a move without the United States until now, because everybody's testing it. But I'm letting you know you're wrong. That verse that you're reading contests to what's already happened in the past. But if that's the way you want to get it, that's not what he's speaking of. He's speaking of this right here. Let me make it clear for you again. He's speaking of this. You see this big old picture right here? See that? He's speaking of the way your mind works and your understanding and your practice of every kind of impurity. He's not speaking of an actual white or black man. So with that, if all y'all want to go over and watch the rest of the Rap the News video, go check it out. It's right here. Look, here's the name of the video. I entice you to go over. Explained in layman terms by Rap the News. I'm going to end this video. I appreciate it if people go over and let him know. The video was made about you, and I think he's got this. In fact, I know I got this. Y'all can think I do. I know I do. Because God exposes everything. In Jesus Christ's name, love you all. Amen.